What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. DMZ Season 4 is here. It's a fantastic update. Basically they changed a whole bunch of stuff around how missions work and everything, and I think it's a fantastic upgrade to the system. However, it also means that we lost a whole bunch of stuff. We lost 2 insured slots, we lost our mission progress, our key items, and our keys. So we need to be refarming a whole bunch of stuff, but specifically today we're going to look at the steps that you need to follow to get yourself your second insured slot back. As a preface to this and a disclaimer, there are some steps that you need to complete before you can actually even gain access to the ability to work on unlocking the second insured slot. Basically what it comes down to is you need to be getting the Black Mouse faction to level 4. Now the levels in the faction is something new that's been added in season 4 of DMZ. So as usual, you have your tiers of missions. So with Black Mouse you start with tier 1. There are 6 normal missions and 1 story mission. As soon as you complete the story mission, it gets you to tier 2, which again has 6 missions and 1 story mission. Now, to be able to get to level 4 of the Black Mouse faction, you need to complete the entire tier 1, which there's a video of or 4 on the channel, so go ahead and check that out. And you need to be doing 1 of the tier 2 missions. That is going to give you enough mission XP to get to level 4 of Black Mouse, and as soon as you do that, what's going to happen is this task to unlock the second insured slot will open for you. Basically, it breaks down to 3 steps. We need to be extracting 3 IFAKs found at hospitals, and we need to be extracting 1 AFAK or large medical bag, so either one of the 2 will do. And then we also need to be extracting 1 enemy operator's weapon, which will probably be the more difficult step of the 3. So first things first, the first 2 steps, basically you can get those items from exactly the same place, dotted all around Al Mazrah. And by the way, you can obviously do this on any one of the maps, including Vondel that was added in season 4, but for me this is just easier to do on Al Mazrah. Al Mazrah feels to be the less sweatiest of these maps that are available to us right now, and there's a higher chance that you'll be able to farm these items without getting messed with, and also a higher chance that you might be able to steer the combat with an enemy player in such a way that you can get the last step done. However, when we're talking about the first 2, as mentioned, we need to be going to hospitals. Now, as you can see in the footage in the background right now, there are hospitals dotted all around the map in Al Mazrah. But that's not to say that you need to specifically go to hospitals for these items. They can of course be found anywhere. However, you just have a much higher chance of finding these in hospitals, which is why I'm sending you there. So as soon as you go into an hospital, get up to the 2nd floor. Here you have a large abundance of these medical cabinets. Search them, search the areas, look at the beds, everything, and you'll be able to find the IFAKs and the AFAK or large medical bag super easy, and you should be able to get this done in 1 deployment. And that then brings us to the 3rd and final step of this, and that is to extract an enemy operator's weapon, aka another player. Now this does not mention that you need to be killing an enemy player, so whatever you do to get that weapon is fine. You could show up to an area where enemies have been killing each other, and picking up any one of those weapons, as long as they belong to an enemy operator, will be enough to give you credit and get you your second insured slot. You could also potentially use open mics to speak to enemy players that are nearby and ask them if they want to exchange weapons. This of course can give them credit as well, since both parties will now have enemy weapons. So that's of course something if you're a bit of a pacifist and don't want to fight other people, or you simply need to come across 1 or 2 or however many other players depending on your skill level, kill them and take one of their weapons, and that's going to get you credit for this mission. If you're a solo player like me, my advice to you would be to use every advantage that is available to you. So go to areas that have a high density of PvP combat and essentially maybe try to vulture one of these weapons off someone. I absolutely can suggest Rowan Oil or a feed port you. This tends to always be hotbeds for PvP activity. Or you should be able to hang out near an extraction area and essentially pick off an enemy that comes past there and get that weapon. You need to get used to doing this. You need to get used to farming these weapons, because to get our 3rd insured slot, which is a video that we're going to be looking at soon, you're also going to need to do 20 of these weapon extractions. So you absolutely need to get used to this grind. You're going to need to do this if you want to get your 3rd insured slot. There is no other way to do it. Previously it was hidden behind a mission that we could do, and once you did the mission you had your insured slot. Now we actually need to be getting into combat or being very sneaky, but you need to be extracting these weapons, because that's the only way that you can get progress to unlocking your 3rd and final slot. But that's for another video. That is, however, it for this video then. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck, and I hope you get your second insured slot unlocked without too much pressure and without too much trouble. We're going to be working towards the third slot. Like I said, keep an eye out for the video coming on that. That's a little bit more difficult and a lot more farming that we need to do. Let me know in the comments down below if you're struggling with this mission, or let me know how you managed to accomplish yours. Did you convince another player to drop a weapon for you and you guys did like a little bit of an exchange or something like that? I've seen people actually do this on the servers that I play, and it's hilarious. I like the fact that there's different ways for you to be able to do this, and it's one of the reasons why I love DMZ as much as I do. But that's it from me. Thank you so much. It's just super important to me that you have a fantastic morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you are in the world. Until next video, fucking cheers.
They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me.